Welcome to Past Week in Politics. I'm Joe Matz. First off, before we get into the Kavanaugh hearings, I want to remind you all about the importance of registering to vote. The deadline is October 9th. Students with OSU votes have set up around campus recently to encourage registration. They are participating in the Big Ten Challenge, which awards the Big Ten school with the highest voter turnout rate. Thursday was the testimony of Christine Blasey Ford on her alleged sexual assault by Brett Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is President Trump's Supreme Court nominee. Ford's opening statement detailed her account of the attack and spoke about the implications it has had on her life.
I don't have all the answers, and I don't remember as much as I would like to. But the details about that night that bring me here today are the ones I will never forget. They have been seared into my memory and have haunted me episodically as an adult.
She also spoke about why and how she came forward.
I am an independent person and I am no one's pawn. My motivation in coming forward was to be helpful and to provide facts about how Mr. Kavanaugh's actions have damaged my life so that you could take into a serious consideration as you make your decision about how to proceed.
Ford then faced questioning by the Senate Judiciary Committee, with many Republican senators conceding their time to Rachel Mitchell, an experienced sex crimes prosecutor. The questions ran for several hours and detailed her account of the assault. Some Democratic senators spoke in praise of Ford.
I want to join in thanking you for being here today and just tell you I have found your testimony powerful and credible, and I believe you.
Kavanaugh's response came around 3:30. He sat before the committee and spoke with passion for about half an hour. First, he berated the Democratic senators of the committee, insinuating that they created this accusation when they couldn't block his confirmation to the Supreme Court. He then went through his defenses, like his calendar that doesn't mention the party in question. Finally, he spoke to his character, citing letters signed by women he's known throughout his life.
The committee has a letter from 65 women who knew me in high school. They said that I always treated them with dignity and respect. That letter came together in one night, 35 years after graduation, while a sexual assault allegation was pending against me in a very fraught and public situation where they knew they'd be vilified if they defended me. Think about that. They put themselves on the line for me. Those are some awesome women, and I love all of them.
After his statement, they went into the questions with the same prosecutor, Rachel Mitchell, who had questioned Ford earlier in the day, representing Republicans. Senator Lindsey Graham then made some memorable statements about the hearings.
If you wanted an FBI investigation, you could have come to us. What you want to do is destroy this guy's life, hold this seat open, and hope you win in 2020. You've said that, not me. You've got nothing to apologize for. When you see Sotomayor and Kagan, tell them that Lindsey said hello, because I voted for them. I would never do to them what you've done to this guy. This is the most unethical sham since I've been in politics.
The important takeaway here is that it's not a criminal trial. It is closer to a job interview, and the Senate Judiciary Committee serves as the interviewer. If Kavanaugh is not confirmed, the process will start over. President Trump will pick another nominee, and the nomination will not be completed by the midterms. If the midterms shift the majority of the Senate from red to blue, this could also be a shift in the type of nominee who would be picked, as he or she would have to appeal to at least some of the Democratic senators. One of the biggest issues that Democrats have had with the nomination is Kavanaugh's apparent pro-life stance. He may change the court's position on the precedent set by Roe v. Wade. Meanwhile, on Ohio State's campus, some students participated in International Safe Abortion Day with a protest on the Oval. As of Friday at noon, the Senate Judiciary Committee has still not made a decision on Brett Kavanaugh. I'm here on the Oval, where students with the hashtag Fight for Her movement have just staged a Diein.
So today is International Safe Abortion Day, And so for International Safe Abortion Day, we wanted to do something that represents the 31,000 women that die every single year because they don't have access to safe abortion. And so a good way to visually represent that is to do a Diein. And it's a good way to get attention from the passerbyers and to get people more aware of the campaign. And so that's why we chose to do a Diein today. So we do not support Kavanaugh's nomination. We tried to get our whole entire list involved, and so like all the people that are involved in Fight for Her, which here in Ohio it's 3,000 people, signed petitions against Kavanaugh's nomination. We've gone to multiple rallies against Kavanaugh, and we stand in solidarity today for the rally that happened at the State House.
That's all for this week. Stay up to date on this developing story, and I will see you next week.